excited about landfall.
Trying to stay away. Not real hard.
Sorry. Stretch those legs. It's been a long 2 days. What does Georgie think of it outside at midnight? Do you like it? Is it Georgie's hunting time? It is going on 12:30 a.m. right now, and this is how light out it is still. This is crazy. Cannot get over this. It's just unreal. We never even really made it to the midnight sun, but even just being able to see everything like all through the night, that's pretty cool. Georgie girl.
It's almost like there's no solid ground underneath here, but I know it's all rock.
It's a little spongy.
Little spongy.
Oh my gosh, I fell in a hole.
It's like wearing those moon boots.
But the views here are quite nice. This is the first exploring we've done off elements at anchor in quite some time. It's different. Not quite like the Caribbean, like where every day you're just pulling your dinghy up to the beach and getting off and wandering around. Here you gotta find like a landing spot, solid ground to walk on. It's a little different. But it's marshy.
Yeah, it's very marshy.
Yeah, there's like, it's almost like little waterfalls, water puddles.
Yeah, look at that. A couple days ago, I got waterproof boots.
Woohoo!
So far, the best thing ever.
You had me at a low, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too. You can ride out the blue. I wanna do what you want to.
I don't even need to fly the drone to get these views. Nice hiking here.
I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it, don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and sit in you.
Okay, that last spot was cool. This spot is so much better. You can see everything.
Hit the jackpot of views on this little ridge.
Yes, except for what's on the other side of that mountain, because we're not climbing that thing. But this is, I think, the top for us. But oh my gosh, you can see everywhere, everything now. And it's so intricate, you know, the coastline just all in and out, all around, and I'm out of breath.
Don't you wish you had some water?
I wish I had water.
Or a chilled bottle of wine?
Water.
He's wrong. This is the kind of place that you bring a bottle of wine and grapes and cheese. And well, you don't spread out a blanket because there's no even space, but you just sit and bask in the views. Might have to break out that bottle of wine tonight in the cockpit. Taking the mountain views in the distance instead of on top of them, but oh my God, look at this.
Just remember we're leaving at like 2 a.m.
I know.
To go the next route.
It'll be a small glass of wine, but
Okay.
wow, this is amazing. Ah. I know there's too many like little coves and fjords. Like we just picked this spot generally as an anchorage to let us sit for a night. And we were hoping it would be pretty, but yeah, it definitely is. And in case you're wondering where this is, it's between Kristainsund and Trondheim. Norway's pretty big. You'll have to look that up.
I've been saving you, and you saved me too. Yeah, I need it. Don't you need it too? 'Cause I got you, and you got me too.
All in all, I would say that was a pretty successful hike. Got up and saw some great views. The ground was a little marshier than we were expecting, so it's a good thing that I have waterproof shoes and Matt just got his waterproof hiking boots. And
It's like a swamp.
yeah. So really glad to find a perfect spot like this to get off the boat, wander around, and then I guess we'll just have to keep doing it again and again. Tomorrow we'll be off and looking for another beautiful anchorage for the night. Extreme close up.
It's just the last time I can see you in a while. Is it the truth that you'll be living tonight? We should take a walk, then a swim in the sea. That will mean everything, yeah, everything.
Time to have a sundowner, and even though it did get a little overcast and kind of cloudy, the sun is just trying to break out of clouds right now, which is actually kind of creating just this cool, I don't know what to call it exactly, like slightly hazy but still bright. So very peaceful. So I have a bottle of Portuguese wine, Vinho Verde, I'm about to open, and it means green wine, and I believe it means that they don't let the grapes get to fully mature before they turn them into wine. It's supposed to give it a distinct flavor. Had a couple of them in the Azores, and of course had to take a few bottles with me. So this is definitely an anchorage to enjoy it. And at the moment I've got some white chicken chili on the stove, kind of just simmering and absorbing all of the spices and flavors. So as soon as I finish my wine, it'll be time to chow down on that. Very excited to get back into chilly type weather again. Love eating that kind of stuff. So peaceful out here. Going to enjoy it while we can, because at 4 o'clock in the morning, anchor's going to be up and we will be out of here.
Can we get out of this one? Waiting and missing. I never thought you would leave here. We can get out of this one. A tunnel of feelings, and just like we got through everything else. But I see you, honey. This is in no way.
Cat has so much energy today. Classy screw tops. I think this is one of my more favorite bottles you can purchase for like €2.50. I miss Portugal. And it's gaseosa.
Oh yeah, it's a little bubbly, huh?
Yeah. It's like the Boone's Farm of Portuguese wine.
I'm pretty sure that'd still be like $35 here.
Yeah. Well, cheers to an amazing day, a great hike, and just one of the most beautiful anchorages. We even have the sun poking out. And I have finished cooking dinner, and I get to go down and enjoy it. To me, that's always one of the best parts of the day. Done cooking, eat the food.
And wake up and see your loving husband.
Of course. And drink wine.
What a beautiful day. Aren't we lucky we get to see this?
Came out for one last little sunset viewing at like 11 p.m.
Oh, so lucky. Look how pretty it is.
Quite pretty indeed. I think Georgie wants to enjoy it on her own, right, Kat?
You just don't get to see this, anything like this, any other way. It's just incredible. Travel by bus, car, plane, whatever, you just don't get to see this.
When we departed the next morning at 5:30, the plan had originally been to use some light winds from the south and motor sail our way up to Ruvik, approximately 80 miles from where we had anchored. The day started as rainy, but quickly turned into sun as we motored our way along the coast. Upon checking the weather again, we found that if we kept ourselves moving, the north winds we hadn't been able to shed were going to begin filling in from the south that night and into the next day. And even though there would be periods of no wind and some motoring, we could spend the next 48 hours traveling the remaining 250 miles to get us to the Lofoten Islands and the northern part of Norway. So that became the new plan.
Well, we are officially in the Arctic Circle. Just crossed over it. Right now, I believe it is 66:33. Well, that was what it said for latitude on Google last I checked. Officially puts us into the Arctic Circle at this point. Something we've been very, very much looking forward to, and for the past month have been working towards. Kind of a big deal here. Jess is unfortunately sleeping. It is her off shift, so I have to celebrate quietly and hopefully not wake her up. But yeah, kind of an exciting thing. Something that we've wanted to do for a very long time, past 5 years, and at least, or 6 years now, and we have actually done it. Kind of crazy just being here. Right now, the sun went down at like 11:30 and came up at 2 o'clock, something like that. So close, but not officially 24 hours, something like that. But excited, very happy to be here finally, and now to the Loftens, something, I don't remember how I keep pronouncing it, different than what phonetically I would spell it. So we are actually going to make it there. I'm very excited about that as well.
Did it? We finally reached our other goal, other than getting to Norway. If you saw Matt's announcement, we are now in the Arctic Circle, which feels so good. And we're about 12 hours away from landing in the Lofoten Islands, which was kind of my other goal after that. Yesterday we had some winds from behind us, and then they died out for about 12 hours. And then this morning they started filling in on our nose. And then they're supposed to go on our beam. But it's just kind of, you know, like these like 6 to 12 hour periods of 10 to 12 knot winds. So sailing up here has been interesting, but we are really, really looking forward to making landfall in the Lofotens. The islands there just look like something out of this world. So can't wait to spend a few days exploring them before it's time to head south again.
Bit of food to warm us up the last little bit. We have 10 miles left, I think, before our anchorage. So very excited to be able to sleep in my own bed tonight and at anchor. Looks incredible around here. There's just a bunch of little islands spotted all around. So very excited. Filling up, warming up, and then going to bed.
It has been a long time since his last sleep shift. He's hanging in there.
Trying to stay awake. Not real hard.
Sorry, you got me to do that for you.
Yep, you're my watcher. Keep us safe.
The night's watch.
It does feel like winter is coming.
Good news is that the sun has come back out and it feels wonderful. Not that it's really warmed us up that much, but it's better than gray skies. Not actually too cold right now, though. I'd say it's about 62 or 63 degrees Fahrenheit, so definitely tolerable. But we're getting much closer. It's growing bigger, and that big menacing group of rocks is going to be our landfall for the night. I know I'm going to say it wrong. Værøy. Going to anchor in a nice big bay for the night. White sand beaches. And the cool part is the sun doesn't set until midnight. So maybe I'll sit out with a little cocktail to enjoy our arrival. We'll see. And we did find out that the winds we were supposed to be getting, because we just got internet connection again and we can check the sites, they are about 15 miles west of us on the other side of the Lofotens. And we're still getting north-northeast winds. So it was supposed to start shifting and actually come behind us for the last 2 hours. So far we don't have those winds yet, but we do want to be in there right around slack tide. We're not going in the inner harbor right now, but the town of Buda is only 30 miles away, and they have the strongest current in the world, and this area is notorious for strong currents. So motor sailing, doing what we can to get in at slack tide so we don't have to put ourselves in any kind of dangerous situation. So looking forward to arrival, less than 2 hours now, and just watching those rocks grow bigger.
Lofoten.
What do you think of it now? Have more energy?
I do. It is very, very cool. I already missed my trees though.
We were warned it was kind of barren up here.
Yeah.
looking is this place? We think we've ended up in like the world's biggest bay because we're supposed to be headed directly into it, but it still looks like there's two separate coves. So we're gonna trust that our navionics is right. But really looking forward to getting ashore and seeing some of the viewpoints from here.
What do you think of this place?
Stretch those legs. It's been a long 2 days. Wow, we are just in awe here. How more like quintessentially Norwegian can you get in this spot? Just huge dramatic cliffs and these little like red and yellow cottages behind us. And now that we've gotten in the protection of the harbor, all the wind is gone. And it's so still, and it's actually kind of warm. I know I still have my follies on. I'll be getting those off in just a second, but it's pretty comfortable out. I think it's about 9:30 right now. Sun just went behind the hills. Just like a little touch at the top there left. So I think we're gonna have a celebratory drink. And then of course some Netflix, because we deserve it. It wasn't a strenuous 2 days, but we miss lounging. I think Georgie's enjoying being still again. Are you happy we landed, Cat?
Matt is happy to be still again.
Yeah, Matt was kind of dragging on the last little bit there.
Ready to be here. No doubt about it. But look at this.
I know. This is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Not that the rest of Norway hasn't been extremely beautiful, but this is just dramatic.
Yes. Very.
You love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Give me your freedom. Whoa, yeah, to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.